Hello, Epicureans. This is a painting I did of a beach house on the coast, the ocean. Even though I've never actually been to the ocean, that face. But if you've read my website, you know I love seafood. I love fish. If it comes out of the water, I'll probably eat it. I should probably qualify that statement. Point is, it's been a while since I did an episode, and I thought I'd go back to basics. So today we're going to do steamed trout with kimchi. Lupine Epicurean. Welcome back to a new episode of Lupine Epicurean. We've been gone for a while, had a lot of stuff going on. Just a heads up, here in the next month, I am on my way to the Philippines. So I'm actually going to be doing some cooking there with my fiance, and we're going to try to film some of it. And hopefully we'll see that in an episode. But today, we're going to talk about my favorite food, fish and seafood. Specifically today I'm going to do a steamed mountain trout that has kimchi on it. And I actually tried something like this this past weekend, but I did it on the grill. So this is going to be a little different because it's actually going to be steamed. I've got a steamer pot here. I've got a steamer to fit into that, and we're going to put the food inside of that. And it's going to be all wrapped. So anyway, let's get started. Let's take a look at the ingredients we're going to need for our steamed mountain trout with kimchi, and see what happens. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about these ingredients. First of all, I have got some lovely fresh mountain trout that I got from Whole Foods Market. That's going to be the centerpiece. This was 2 pieces, and now it's down to 1 because, like I said, I grilled some over the weekend. I've got several full leaves of cabbage here. We're going to wrap the fish inside of this and then put it into this steamer. I've got some homemade kimchi. You'll remember an episode of, I think it was episode 7, where I did the S&SD kimchi. This is a variation on that. Or what you can always do is just, if you've got a Korean market nearby, go and get a big jar of kimchi. You can usually find cabbage kimchi, radish kimchi, spicy, not so spicy, etc. But we're going to need that. Mine's got some garlic and some carrots and obviously cabbage and radecki and lots of spices in it. Now, as far as the sauce that we're going to put on it, there's 2 routes you can go. The route I'm going to go is with this Korean spicy sauce. It's a kind of a sweet and sour or sweet and spicy sauce that, again, I got this at a local Korean market. Or if you don't want to do that, if you want to do something that's very has an Asian flavor to it, but it's not spicy, go with a hoisin sauce. Hoisin is really good with fish as well, especially in a situation like this. So, and then while we're letting that steam, I'm going to do a quick Justin Wilson style throw together of my Shaolin cucumbers that are highlighted on my web page. It's the last recipe that I posted there. So that's what we've got, so we'll get started. So we're going to do a little bit of a throwback to the days of Counter Cam in the early episodes of the Lupine Epicurean. So you can see what I'm doing here. So this is pretty simple. We're going to take this cabbage that I've got as big a leaves, full leaves as I can get, and we're going to put that here in the steamer to basically cover up the bottom. And actually, I think I'm going to leave that piece out since that's more of a straight piece. And then I'm simply going to take the fish and I'm going to lay it inside of the cabbage. Just pop it right in there. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of this kimchi and I'm going to cover as much of the top of this fish as possible with my kimchi. And that's really where my spices are going to be coming from. They're going to infuse in the fish. I'm going to make sure and get some of this sauce that's down in there as well. So I'm just going to do that. Just about got that covered. All right. So that should be plenty. Get a little bit of juice there. All right. So done with that. Then I'm going to take this sweet and spicy Korean that I have here that I have not even bothered to open up. That's beautiful, isn't it? There's a blooper in the middle of things. Anyway, so all right, and I'm just going to squeeze that. Just make, I'm not going to put a lot. I'm just going to doodle with it basically on top of the kimchi. All right, so I've got that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this cabbage. I'm going to take this and put it on the top to cover it with, because we're basically creating a casing. All right, so I want to try to get that cabbage smashed down on top of the fish as much as possible, and so that's what we've got right there. Let's get into tight. Now, something else I'm going to do, because I love Brussels sprouts, and again, I got these fresh Brussels sprouts from Whole Foods Market. I'm going to put some of these on the outside around the edge as a side dish. Brussels sprouts are essentially a type of cabbage anyway, so it's going to really fit in with the motif of what we're doing anyway. So I'm going to put about a serving in there, because I'm just doing this for me. Obviously, if you're making this for more than one person, you might need another steamer, because this is only going to do one. So here you go, that's all it is. And you may want to add some salt to the top if that's the way you like your Brussels sprouts. I like mine just like that. So we're good to go. I'm going to throw that onto the pot, get the lid on there, start steaming it. We're probably going to give it about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes on high steam should probably do it. You can check it. It may be a little less. You may want a little bit more. Depends on how flaky and firm you want the fish. I like mine somewhere. I don't like my fish overcooked. I eat sushi. I eat raw fish, so I'm used to it being not quite as flaky. So you may want to go 25 minutes on it. But there we go. We got it all together. We're ready to put it on the stove. All right, so I've got that started back there. Got about 1.5 inches of water in the pot. Got the steamer on top of that, and then once it gets kicked up to high, I'm going to put the lid on it, steam it. In the meantime, we're going to throw together some Shaolin cucumbers. Like I said, I've got this recipe posted on the website over at lupineepicurean.blogspot.com. And I'll be honest, there's not a whole lot of cucumber here because I've been making these things all week. I had a really big cucumber that I got from Whole Foods that was just awesome. And this is what's left. So I thought, nice little side along with the Brussels sprouts because I love my veggies. You can't tell, can you? Anyway, so I've just cutted them up. Awesome. So I've cut them up into these little slices, right? And this is just a real throw together kind of thing. This is even a little off from my recipe, but follow that as recipe. The recipe is actually better, but I'm just doing this as a quick thing. I've got some white vinegar here. I'm just going to toss a little bit, not a lot, over that. I don't want to completely cover them. And then we're going to get some flavor in there with some soy sauce and a couple little tablespoons there. I'm going to give a quick squirt of sriracha hot sauce, because the thing about Shaolin is they've got a kick. Get it? Shaolin kick? No, all right. So anyway, just a squirt. I don't need much. And then finally, I've got about a tablespoon, probably less than a tablespoon of ground ginger here. And I'm just going to put that in there as well. And here comes the fun part, because I could stir them up, but I'm not. I put them in this little plastic container, and I shake them. Get them all mixed up in there. All right. And that's what it looks like. So we've got that nice little sauce there. And then they're just going to soak in that. And I'm going to put this everywhere. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill while I'm doing the steam of the fish. So there you go. A little bit of Shaolin, quick throw together Shaolin cucumbers to go with our steamed trout with kimchi. So I just wanted to give you a quick view of what's going on over here. As you can see, we've got about 4 minutes left. I actually set the timer for 15, and I think that's actually going to be enough because all that goodness is going on in this steaming pot here. And I'm going to give you a little sample, and I can see the edge of the fish there at the top poking out, and it's looking good and white. It's just about done. The Brussels sprouts are looking nice and green. Cabbage is looking good and cooked as well. So here in about 3 minutes, I'm going to get this on a plate, snap a picture of it, and then we're going to see what it tastes like. But that is some beautiful stuff going on right there. All right. So here we are, steamed mountain trout with kimchi, encased in cabbage with some Brussels sprouts and, of course, my Shaolin cucumbers. And I'm really expecting this to be really good, nice and spicy. I even got a spoon for some of the kimchi. So, as usual, this is an experiment. Now, granted, I did try something like this without the cabbage and with different kimchi on the grill in aluminum foil. But in this form, this is still an experiment, and that's what we do here on the Lupine Epicurean, is we experiment in the kitchen. So, here we go. We're going to get a nice little bite here. It's got both some trout as well as some kimchi in there. And we're going to see how this goes. It is really hot. I just took it out of the steamer. Oh man. Such a good burn coming from that sweet and spicy sauce that I got at the Korean store. Oh man, that fish is so good. It's so tender. And let's check out this cabbage. Cabbage is the perfect consistency. Steamed cabbage, I'm convinced, is the best way to go. And of course, because that cabbage isn't enough, I got the Brussels sprouts, which are a type of cabbage as well. Sprinkled some salt on them. They're of course a little bitter, but I love bitter tasting foods. This is phenomenal. This is such a healthy dish too. Got to get the tea. It's getting spicy in here. It's such a healthy dish because it's fresh fish. You've got the omega-3 that you get in most fishes that helps the body. You've got kimchi, which is a probiotic for your gastrointestinal system. You've got Brussels sprouts, which are a great source of fiber. And then, of course, let's not forget, we've got these fresh cucumbers over here in my Shaolin sauce. Nice and crunchy. Vinegar. The two together, it's a great offset. I'm going to take another bite because this is just so good. This is easily becoming one of my favorite things is steamed fish. You're going to love this. If you like fish and you like veggies, you're going to love this. This is just awesome. Great experiment. A keeper for the books. Steamed mountain trout with kimchi. So, this is Trinity. Trinity can smell the fish. She's making circles here in the kitchen because she knows there's mountain trout, don't you? You know there's mountain trout. What could be better? So, we're going to make this quick because I want to finish eating that. It is so good. And fat girl, my little Korat baby is going to go back down on the ground. Remember that if you want to learn how to make these dishes that I do on the Lupine Epicurean, these experimental dishes, just come on over to my website, to my foodie website. It is lupicurean.blogspot.com. And of course, anytime you want to learn how to make something else that's quick, easy, and inexpensive, come on back here to the Wicked Wolf Studios channel on YouTube for another episode of the Lupine Epicurean. Check out some of the past episodes. As I said, here in the very near future, we're going to be doing some more Filipino food, and still planning on getting Chef Parker Black back in black. That's going to be the name of the episode, I can tell already. Get him back here, and we're going to do some stuffed pork chops in the near future as well. Still planning on that. So, Thanks again for joining me, and in the meantime, I'll see you in the kitchen.